Thank you everybody for joining us this evening for hopefully what's going to be a very exciting session. It gives me great pleasure to reintroduce Alphaniti, which, as you already know, is available on the Strategy Shop platform. So in Strategy Shop, we have two tie-ups for medium to long-term investors, where automated advisory on portfolios is delivered electronically, and the entire flow of transactions is completely automated. So it hardly takes you 2 minutes to execute what I would consider excellent advisory from very, very renowned firms. Alphaniti is one of the two key partners that we have. We've done some webinars, but in case you're joining us for the first time, Alphaniti is essentially a multi-asset class, analytics-driven, technology-enabled platform, which allows investors to invest in capital markets in India, US markets, as well as across a lot of wide range of mutual funds as well. Most of the ideas are bundled as what we call themes or baskets, so that the customer gets exposure to specific strategies that can outperform markets. Apart from that, Alphaniti also has introduced a new service called Stock Genie. Stock Genie is basically a single stock advisory subscription plan where you get about 4 to 6 very good quality momentum ideas backed by fundamentals. So fundamentally screened momentum ideas, especially in the mid cap and small cap space. Alphaniti today is represented by Prashant, who heads their marketing, and my pleasure to introduce Akshay, who heads the investments at Alphaniti. Alphaniti, as you might already know, boasts of some very, very famous individuals on their board. Akshay has over 15 years of experience and has worked at various organizations such as Nomura, JP Morgan, and Kotak Securities. And he's the gentleman behind Alphaniti's performance, which has substantially beaten markets and their chosen indices across the various baskets. So without any further ado, Akshay, I would love to hand it over to you now, and you can take the teams through a demo of the platform as well as a short brief on the strategies available.
Thank you so much for the introduction. A very good evening to all of our Lilladher participants today. My name is Akshay, and I will be walking you through our platform and what all it has to offer over the course of the next few minutes. Now, as you can see on your screens, this is the landing page of our platform. It's a very simple and easy to use platform designed for the end user. The login process is very simple. The first time user, when he comes on board, he'll be asked to give us his email address as well as his mobile number, which will be used in the future for logging in purposes. So we don't ask you to create any separate user ID or a separate password for our platform. It is completely OTP enabled authentication system. For now, I'm going to put in my mobile number. It will generate an OTP on my mobile. And now I'm in the platform. Sorry. So now when I go to the home page, as you can see over here, we have quite a few products for the India piece. We have Stocks Genie, we have Thematic Baskets, and we have secular strategies as well. Very quickly, I will take you through what Thematic Baskets are all about. So when I click on Thematic Baskets, I come across these cards which you can see in front of you. We currently have 10 such thematic baskets running live on our platform. Now, mind you, all these baskets are based on certain themes. They are not specifically sector sector focused. It would be a blend of certain sectors. It would be a blend of market capitalization limits as well. So all our portfolios are multi-cap in nature. You would have a mixture of large cap, mid cap, as well as small cap. We have given a lot of consideration to ensuring that there is adequate liquidity in the counters that we select for customers to buy when they come and try to buy a particular stocks in a particular basket. Now, if I click on, let's say, Good Health Basket over here, I come to a page where I can view all the relevant details on the Good Health Basket. There is a small description over here. You have all the various possible parameters and statistics that will help you to come to a decision. And last but not the least, if you're a paying subscriber, you will get to see the entire holdings along with the weights. If you're not a paying subscriber, we basically blur out all the weights, and we blur out the five beyond the top five stocks. We blur out everything else. So once you are a paying subscriber, you would be able to see the entire portfolio. Now we come to the point where we have to invest in this basket. Clicking on this yellow button, I put in the minimum investment amount, which is 20,000, as highlighted over here, and I calculate automatically the quantities are calculated over here. Now, mind you, these rates, we are looking at this post market, so these rates are frozen right now. During market hours, these rates will be updated on a 5 minutes lag basis. So the price feed is delayed by 5 minutes roughly. The basket
Akshay, one sec. Your voice is echoing slightly and you're moving too rapidly. So if you could slightly slow down, because I think some people are finding it difficult to, because of the voice as well as the speed.
Am I audible?
Okay, you're audible clear. I think you go slow. Some
Okay,
people claim that they not able to hear your voice, or there is a slightly low voice condition.
Okay? So now is it clear?
Yeah.
Is it
It
clear
is
now?
better.
Okay.
It is better
Okay.
at my end. I'm not sure, but I think I request you to go slightly slow with the pace, and then
Fair enough. Okay, let me again begin from the top. So when you come to baskets, we currently have 10 baskets which are running live on the Alphaniti platform. These baskets, are basically designed, by a traditional bottom-up stock picking process method, which is done by our investment committee team along with myself. So we have designed these baskets. We have curated these baskets for our users. The baskets are very, very simple. They are 10 stock portfolios. These are multi-cap in nature. So we would have a mixture of large caps, mid caps, as well as small caps across each and every theme that we are running, each and every basket. Now, you will get to see all the information about a particular basket when you click on it over here. This in essence is, what has been the performance of our basket versus the underlying benchmark, which is Nifty 500 over here. Now, our basket went live in the month of July. So basically from July, this is, live performance of the basket. Whatever you see before July 2020 is basically backtesting period. So we have completed now, or we will complete in a month's time, 1 year of live performance on, these baskets. Now, if I like what I see and I like the portfolio, I have to click on the yellow button over here. Once I click on the yellow button, I have to put in the minimum investment amount. Over here, it is 20,000. Once I click on this, the quantities are automatically calculated based on the prices that you see on the screen. Now, these prices right now are frozen because we are viewing this post market. During market hours, these prices will be changing at a duration of 5 minutes interval. So there is a 5 minutes lag in terms of the price on our platform. Now, if I like, now I have to go ahead and execute this order. So I confirm. I have to select my broker. Lilladher is my broker, so I select my broker. Okay, so I put in my login credentials for Lilladher and I log in. And as you can see, this is Lilladher's trading platform. The stocks have been populated. The quantities have been populated automatically. And now I can purchase this entire basket at a single click. Mind you, it is important that users should adequately fund their trading account before they go ahead to buy or conclude any transaction via Alphaniti, especially when it comes to buying a basket or a stock. So it's essential that your trading account is adequately funded. Otherwise, there could be an error, and the transaction would then fail. Right. So let me again go back to Alphaniti. I'm canceling this transaction. For a minute. Okay, we get automatically logged out. So that is how we buy baskets. Now, these baskets, we have a rebalancing system in place on a quarterly basis. So every quarter, our investment committee team will review each and every basket. They will review all the stocks in every basket. We would then decide whether we want to stick with a particular name, or we want to we want to remove a particular company because of underperformance, or maybe because it's run up a lot, or for whatever XYZ reason, and we would replace it with another stock which would fit the underlying theme of that basket. So this process is done on a quarterly basis, and the way we have timed our rebalancing is not your typical end of the quarter or start of the quarter, but we have sort of timed it with the completion of the earnings season. So as you can see, now, sorry, this is a strategy. Let me come to the basket. My apologies. So in the basket, as you can see, this is the rebalancing date, 25th of August. We recently concluded a rebalancing, which was last week on 25th of May, which is almost close to the end of the earnings season. Obviously, this time around, what has happened is the earnings season has spilled over into June as well. But we couldn't stop anymore, because the last rebalancing that we had done was around the 20th of February, which was after completion of the December quarter numbers. So that is how we have sort of designed our portfolios over here. We do traditional bottom-up analysis on all our portfolio companies, and basis the research, basis the investment committee's decision, we manage these portfolios. The returns are all over here for you to see. So the Good Health Basket, the last 6 months return, the last 1 year's return, versus obviously the benchmark as well, right? So there is significant amount of outperformance in this portfolio. Similarly, you can go back and you can check for the performance of each and every portfolio in the Alphaniti platform. My personal picks would be the Good Health Basket. The second pick would be the Digital India Basket, which we are extremely positive about. Again, this has been an outstanding performer over the last 6 months as well as the last 1 year. Mind you, these are absolute returns, right? And again, in all cases, our benchmark is Nifty 500. The reason we have chosen Nifty 500 is because essentially our portfolios are multi-cap in nature. We have a generous weightage to large caps as well as large mid caps as well in our portfolios. Hence, we thought that it is more relevant to have Nifty 500 as the underlying benchmark, rather than comparing it to, let's say, Nifty 50 or let's say Nifty mid cap 100, because that would not be the right comparison. Right? This is Digital India. The third exciting opportunity that I see is the Bsu Basket. This is something which really excites us, and we think has considerable legs to run. And as you can see, in 2021, this portfolio has generated an almost 33% outperformance versus the benchmark. So this is another portfolio that we really like. And yes, last but not the least, we also like two other baskets. So we like the Make in India basket and the ESG basket. So if you look at the Make in India basket, again, this has been a stunning outperformer. We think that this will continue to do well in the quarters to come. So do come and check it out. It has had a fabulous 2020. It has had a fabulous 2021 so far till date. Right, this is one portfolio that we like. And last but not the least, the ESG basket. So over here, when it comes to ESG, we have basically focused on companies which are building their businesses on clean technology, clean energy, trying to create a positive impact to the overall environment. So the way we look at ESG is a little different. So this is one portfolio that we have recently launched. In fact, we launched this in February this year. And since Feb, the performance has been stellar, because since Feb, this portfolio has gone up almost 50%. So we are quite pleased with the performance of this particular portfolio. Do come and check this out. I think you will find some exciting companies over here. And we have added recently, we have added 2-3 new companies in this particular portfolio. So it's a completely fresh portfolio. People can come and have a look. I'm sure they will like what they see. Now, last but not the least, once I've completed my discussion on thematic baskets, let me quickly take you through Stocks Genie. This is one of our most exciting products. Stocks Genie is basically a single stock recommendation engine. It's completely automated. There is absolutely no human intervention over here. We are currently running about 35 to 40 odd parameters on the basis of which we select the stocks. Only if they meet certain criterias, only then the stock, a buy signal gets generated. This is a buy only strategy, and it is primarily based on the concept of mean reversion. There is a certain level of fundamental screening that we do while when we are generating trades over here. And this is again multi-cap in approach. You can select trades from large caps to mid caps to small caps, and you can also select trades depending on your time horizon. So whether you want to trade for 2 months, or you want to trade for 5 months, or up to even 2 years, if you're a long-term patient investor, you can invest in these stocks. Now, what's so different about this particular module, right? That is what you would like to ask. This is how it is, right? I give you a target price, I give you a stop loss. Okay, that is what every other service provider in the industry gives. So what else is new, right? What I also give you is a graphical representation of the current risk reward ratio as it stands, because there is always a difference between when I recommend the stock versus when I am asking somebody to buy the stock, right? There could be a difference of 10 days or a month or whatever, right? And the price would have considerably moved by then. So I need to know at all points in time, what is the risk reward on the table for the end investor. That's number one. Number two is the strike rate. Now, obviously over here, it's showing 99%. Yes, that's correct. Because the way we have sort of, back tested our strategy, we have done a lot of extensive back testing for all the companies. And on the basis of, historical track record is, how we come up with the strike rate. If we go back to, let's say, something like a Procter and Gamble, for example, right? In Procter and Gamble, the history is much longer. Again, over here, the risk reward is quite favorable, and the strike rate is above 90%. So it clearly tells you that there is a 93% chance that you will end up seeing the strike target price within the next 2 years from the time of this recommendation date. Obviously, like I said, there is a 93% probability. There is a 7% chance that this will not pan out. So probably this target may not come. Maybe the stop loss might get triggered. But then again, in markets, there is always an element of risk versus the reward. So that is what, the end user needs to balance out at any point in time. Now, what I would like to show you is something different. I would like to show you today what has been the overall performance of Stocks Genie since we went live in February of this year. So since February of this year, Stocks Genie has generated total of 245 trades. So it's fairly active. Out of the 245 trades, most of the trades are still open. So technically a user can come and he can still execute these trades. They are not yet closed. 76 of the trades have been completely closed. So either the target got achieved or the stop loss must have gotten triggered. The overall strike rate that we have so far for the 245 trades is 78%. So that's a 78% hit ratio on this particular system that we have had so far. Please. Yeah, the average positive ROI that we have on the trades that we have generated since February is roughly 16%. Mind you, this also includes trades which are open, so they have not yet concluded their journey. So this positive ROI is likely to inch up further. The negative ROI is basically stop losses which are being triggered. So we know how to cut our losses when a trade goes wrong, and we know how to let our profits run, which is the basic 101 of successful trading. So as you can see over here, this is the kind of PNL that we have generated on an average over 200 plus trades that we have taken. Last but not the least, let me showcase the top 10 trades out of the 240 trades which have been generated by Stocks Genie from February till date. Some of these trades are still open. Some of them have been successfully closed. But as you can see over here, these are the kind of trades which got generated. Now, incidentally, let me tell you, some trades like Heikel, for example, got generated at the perfect time, and this signal, when it generated a buy, the target was achieved, in fact, in just 2 weeks. So a 2-year target got achieved in 2 weeks. That is the beauty of the system. It is able to capture and latch on to trades just as they are coming out of their consolidation phase. And we know how stocks move, right? When they come out of a very long consolidation phase, usually the first leg of the move is extremely violent towards the upside. And as seasoned traders, we understand that this is how the characteristic of the overall nature of the market is, right? So yes, so with this, I conclude my presentation. In case there are questions, I am happy to take them.
Akshay sir, if you don't mind going back, could you just show where the users have to put the promo code?
Yes, I will do that. 1 minute.
Okay. Yes, Shreya, can you announce that for the benefit of all participants now?
Yeah. So Alphaniti has as a gesture, what we've done is we've created a special promo code for all the users. So once you go to the platform, you click on www.alphaniti.com and you create an account here. So you have to put your registered email ID and mobile number, and in the referral code you can put PL01, and the same code can be applied at the time of subscription. So when you're subscribing, you will be able to get the subscription of Value Plus, which is at $9.99 currently, at just ₹1. So this is just valid for all the PL sub-brokers and employees of Prabhudas Lilladher. So like here he's putting, you just have to apply this code, select and proceed to pay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Over here, you have to put PL01 and you will get the 999 package for basically 1 rupee. Yeah, that's right.
Thanks, Akshay sir.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, I think there are some questions I can see in the chat box.
Sure.
So Akshay sir,
yes.
So we have a question. So a gentleman is asking us why this grouping is done on single sector basis and not as a mixture of different companies and different sectors.
Yeah, so actually that is what the entire thing is about baskets, right? We have based it on a particular theme. Let me again go back and give you an example. So if I just log in, 1 minute, I was logged out. Login again. Give me a second, please. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So if I select, let's say, the India Titans basket, okay? This is basically a large cap oriented basket. And over here, you will have stocks which are across different sectors. So this is sector agnostic, right? Similarly, if I go to Make in India, okay? In Make in India, if I see the stocks which I've built up with this, particular theme, for example, again, as you can see over here, the sector allocation is very different. There are companies, from different sectors across the board. When we come to, let's say, something like, for example, Good Health. Now, Good Health is, investing in companies which focus on the overall healthcare ecosystem. So we would invest in pharma companies, hospitals, diagnostic chains, life insurance and health insurance companies, so on and so forth, right? And as you can see over here, right? So since this is Good Health, right? Bulk of the exposure will be towards pharma companies. Some of it will be towards hospital, insurance, so on and so forth. So that's the way we have sort of designed, these baskets. So they should remain true to the theme and not be they shouldn't be, biased towards a particular sector in particular. Yeah.
So while you're on the subject of baskets, one gentleman has a question. What is CAGR actually?
CAGR is compounded annual growth rate. Okay. So how do you measure CAGR? When a stock doubles in 3 years, okay, 100 becomes 200 in 3 years, the CAGR is 33%. So basically in year 1 goes to 1.33, in year 2 1.33 goes to 1.67, and after that 1.67 goes to 200, right? That is how CAGR works. So CAGR is used basically over a long time frame.
Yeah, can you actually highlight ESG basket or 1 or 2 baskets CAGR, please?
Yes, CAGR over here. Yeah. So the CAGR is always on an annualized basis, right? So as you can see over here, this has not yet completed a full year. We have we have backtested this from July 2020. We went live with this from February. So from July till now is what the CAGR will take into account. So it is always on an annualized basis, if it is for a part of the year.
Yeah, maybe Make in India or any other baskets.
Sure.
Some of this, for example.
Sure. Let me take you through Make in India. So Make in India, the CAGR is 67.38%. So CAGR is different from the absolute returns. CAGR is annualized since inception. So since July 2019, 97 rupees has gone to 270. 100 rupees has gone to 270. So that's roughly a 3x in 2 years, right? 3x in 2 years is roughly a 67% CAGR. Right?
Okay, great. Thanks. I think I'll ask the next question to Sandeep sir. Sir, what are the charges? Basically, a gentleman is asking what are the charges for execution of baskets. So would you like to take that?
Yeah, sure. So the charges are the same as the underlying brokerage rate in the customer's account, right? So the trade is originating from Alphaniti, but otherwise, whatever charges apply on the normal account, the same charge will apply to these trades.
And as far as Alphaniti is concerned, we don't charge anything on entry and exit, not like a mutual fund. Our charges are very plain and simple. They are in front of you. We charge you a flat subscription fee, all inclusive. It is even inclusive of GST. It is as transparent and as simple as that.
Great. Next is, do we have any plans to launch a customized baskets, which can be edited by the user himself?
Good question. Yes, absolutely. That is one of the modules that we are working on. We are very excited about that. We want to we take the DIY or do it yourself tribe of investors, which is growing day by day. We take them very seriously. We respect them. And we will be coming out with a module which will have a lot of exciting aspects, which will bring a lot of exciting aspects to investors. So in the future, when you look at a Make in India basket, we will allow you to do a lot of things with it, which will include not only changing the weights. We will give you different kinds of algorithms to play around with, whether you want an equal weighted basket or you want to use a modern portfolio theory, or you want to use maybe some exotic mathematical formula to calculate the weights for stocks, whether you want to change a particular company. We would allow you to do a host of things. Absolutely.
That's great. So one user is asking, if backtesting was done for this previous year, 2021, since Feb 2021, or we have done it even beyond?
No. So as you can see over here, this is what the performance is. The backtesting, for example, most of the baskets, excluding the ESG basket, all the other baskets, the backtesting was done from July 2019 to July 2020. Whatever data you see post July 2020, this is all live data.
Just to add up here, that user is specifically asking about the stocks Genie, if I understand it correct.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, okay. On stocks Genie, yes. Whatever you see in front of you or the data that I presented to you today in the PPT, that is all live data. That is not backtested data. These are trades which have gone live on our platform. In fact, over here, if I click on the past trades tab in stocks Genie, you would be able to go through all the trades that have been generated by our system since January 2020. And surprisingly, a lot of trades, unsurprisingly rather, a lot of trades got generated in the month of April and May and June last year. Long-term buy signal across a host of stocks. In many cases, the trade is still active. In many cases, the trades are being closed, as you can see over here. 100% return in Astral Poly, 100% return in GE Shipping. The trades were generated in April last year. So this is a system which definitely does catch on to good quality stocks at the right possible time. And that is, I mean, it's very crudely put, but we are sort of trying to, and again, not only crudely put, but maybe it's a little aggressive of me to say, but we have sort of, tried to come out with a solution to the holy grail, about what to buy, when to buy, and how much to buy. We have tried to answer these three basic questions for investors through Stocks Genie by giving him not only a relatively accurate signal on the stock as to when to buy, but we also by giving him things such as not only the probability, the strike rate, but also the risk reward on the table, which is prevailing, that would help him to decide how much capital he would like to actually deploy in that particular idea. Because ideas come today dime a dozen, right? But I need to know how much I want to put in, let's say, opportunity X versus opportunity Y. That is a question which every investor struggles with. So we have designed tools to sort of help them to understand and implement their capital deployment strategy much more effective. Right.
That's great. We have one more question. So a user is asking, suppose he bought a basket in the month of February and he wants to buy it again. So will there be a difference in the amount of returns that both the baskets might generate?
Yes, absolutely. We are coming out with an additional purchase option on the same baskets for clients. In fact, we are coming out with an SIP module soon enough for baskets. Now, obviously, when you buy, let's say, a basket in March 2021 versus you buying it in May or June, for example, there will be a difference in returns for sure, because you're buying different stocks at different point in time. So definitely, there will be some impact on the performance versus the model portfolio.
That's great, sir. Any other questions that our users have? Akshay sir, what time do you suggest that each investor should spend after he has bought a certain basket?
So ideally, I would say that baskets are for the long term. The baskets that we have designed based on themes, which are basically these themes we believe will be pretty secular in nature, at least for the next few years. So I wouldn't recommend trading in the baskets. I would actually recommend that if you like or you're bullish on, let's say, the pharma and healthcare space, rather than buying a pharma fund, for example, you should probably just keep investing in the good health portfolio. As simple as that. If you're bullish on the agri space and you think long-term agri space is going to do very well, or you're bullish on PSU stocks, you think that PSU stocks imminent re-rating is possible, rather than buying the ETF, Bharat 22 ETF, why don't you come and buy the the PSU basket that we have, and just stay invested in that.
That's great. So if a certain stock doesn't do well, the rebalance is undertaken. So one of the users has a query that how does it actually happen?
Good question. So when, like I said, we have a rebalance system in place. The next rebalancing date is 25th of August. 1 week before the rebalancing date, if you have bought, let's say, the Good Health Basket, an email will go out to you alerting you that your rebalancing of the Good Health Basket is coming up. Kindly ensure that the stocks that you have bought over here are there in your demat account, and also ensure that your account is adequately funded, because given the new SEBI margin rules in place, any new buy transaction cannot be automatically set off against a sell transaction, right? Only up to, I think, 70 or 75% limit you get. So for the balance, you would have to actually put up the margin upfront. So it is essential that you first adequately fund your trading account. Secondly, 1 day prior and even on the day of rebalancing, we will send out an alert to you. When you click on rebalance, so let me go over here. Now, for example, I have not yet rebalanced my PSU basket. Okay, I have a button over here which says rebalance. If I click on rebalance, okay, let's see what happens. This is what it does. it will tell me the stocks to sell, and in front of that, it will tell me stocks to buy. So as you can see, the buy and sell are almost equal, right? And once I click on execute, I will be basically taken again to the same, broker platform where I have to go and I have to execute. Mind you, when I'm selling, I should ensure that these stocks are there in my Demat account, and I have given authorization to PL to execute the sell orders on my behalf. Otherwise, there would be an error. There could even be an auction, or because you have short sold some of these stocks. Similarly, ensure that you have at least 5 to 10,000 rupees, because when you're executing this, there will be some margin which will be blocked because you will not get full margin on this, unlike previous and older times. I hope that answers your question. This is all done in a single click. You don't have to do anything manually.
That's great. That's amazing. Thank you so much for taking so many questions. Are there any other questions that the users might have?
Yeah, I mean, just we are missing out on one possibility. That could be just an announcement. Akshay, can you highlight, because one of the gentlemen is asking about the F&O offerings. Can you?
Oh, yes. So not only F&O, but we are coming out with a host of exciting single stock strategies, and they will be basically short term in nature. So from not only intraday but also short term. So anything from, let's say, 3 days to 15 days to 20 days to even intraday. Like I said, buy in the morning and sell in the evening. We are coming out with a host of such strategies. Please stay tuned. Over the next 3 to 6 months is when we will be definitely launching these strategies, including strategies and futures and options as well. Right.
That's great. Over to you, Sandeep sir.
I think there are some few questions in the chat section also.
All right, let me see. I'll just go through it. Any product on F&O advisory? I think I've answered that question. Will the baskets get rebalanced quarterly? Yeah, so yes, the baskets will get rebalanced quarterly, but the button or the execution button lies in the hands of the end user. They do not get rebalanced automatically. You will have to log in, you will have to click on execute, and you will have to re-log in into PL to manually execute. You will have to press on the execute button. Otherwise, the baskets do not get rebalanced automatically, right? And as far as charges are concerned on rebalancing, it is only the brokerage on the turnover. So for example, when I showed you the Bsu basket where I sold 5,000 rupees worth of stock and I bought 5,000 rupees worth of stock, then I would have to pay the delivery brokerage on 10,000 rupees worth of transaction. As simple as that, right? Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Approx count. I'm sorry, but this question is not clear to me. If the gentleman, Mr. Venkat, if you could elaborate on that particular question. I'm not able to understand the question. The other one is, okay, somebody said sorry, but we have joined late. Sure, sir. I think this session is being recorded, if I'm not mistaken. So a copy of this recording should be made available to you soon. How the brokerage is charged and how much is the sharing ratio? I think brokerage, we don't charge any brokerage. Our revenue model is a flat subscription fee. We have currently 2 packages.
Actually, that could be the maybe Sandeep is question to relevant to PL, or it is for us, because at Alphaniti, obviously there is no brokerage. Sorry to pause your action. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, this is basically to do with PL. Correct.
Okay.
I think you have answered all the questions mostly. Yeah. Okay. How many recommendations can be expected in a month? Okay. When it comes to stocks, Genie, sir, it works on a principle of mean reversion. So it depends on the market cycle, right? But I can tell you that on an average, anywhere between 5 to 10 recommendations can easily come in a month, maybe more. Mostly we should get more than that, but on the conservative side, anywhere between 5 to 10 recommendations at the bare minimum. As you can see for yourself, from February till date, we have given almost 245 recommendations. So the engine is very, very active. And mind you, we run Stocks Genie on a universe of close to 1,000 stocks as of today. Yeah, are the stocks recommended based on risk profile updated? So Stocks Genie is by effect a product which is only for aggressive investors. There is no risk profiling done for single stocks. However, when it comes to the baskets, yes, we have. For example, if I show you over here, we have given labelings for each and every basket, right? Now, when I buy a particular basket and I click on invest now, if I am a moderate or I'm a conservative investor and I'm selecting an aggressive basket, an alert will pop up and it will ask me that you are a conservative investor and you have selected an aggressive product. Do you still wish to continue? So if I click yes, the system will still allow me to go ahead and buy this, but it will give you an alert and it will warn you that you're selecting something which is not within your risk profile. So to that extent, we have built in the checks and balances when it comes to the baskets and the strategies. Single stocks, it's a little difficult to because by nature the product itself is a high risk product. Investing in single stocks or trading in single stocks. Prashant, somebody has just said that the PL01 code does not seem to be working. Still asking to
I'm
pay.
looking into it, sir.
Yeah, please just look into this.
Yeah, I believe we no need to get possibility this hard on this. We will make sure that everybody will get a benefit out of this. That is for sure. Yep.
Right. Can't sign up with PL01 ID. Venkat sir, PL01 is the referral code. You will have to sign up with your email address and mobile number. You have to give a valid email address.
Yeah, possibility. I think we answered most of the relevant questions.
Yes, there are quite a few questions in the chat box as well. Yeah, so now the subscription packages, mind you, they have a 6 months validity from the time of signing up. So these are 6 monthly packages, the 99 rupees and the 999 rupees packages, right? The subscription charges are, like I said, 99 for Stocks Genie alone and 999 for the Stocks Genie plus, baskets and strategies. Now for all PL participants today, we have a special offering. If you put in the code PL01, you will get the 999 package, which is an all-inclusive package for just ₹1, all-inclusive for the next 6.
Yeah, sorry to pause you here, Akshay sir. Whoever is putting this code, please ensure that you click on apply after that. Once you click on apply, the code will be applicable. I've just tested this out. It's working. Please raise your hands if there are any queries.
Do you want to put it on the screen, Shreya? I just want to make sure for everybody's benefit.
Yeah.
Right.
Akshay sir, can you allow me?
Yeah, 1 minute. I'm just looking through questions. Let me just 1 minute. Yeah. So there is one more question by a gentleman asking that 1 quarter is too long for rebalancing. What happens in between? That's a very good question. So we do track all the portfolios on a regular and on a day-to-day basis. Only in exceptional circumstances will we rebalance any of our portfolios out of turn. So if let's assume there is a Yes Bank kind of situation, we had Yes Bank in our portfolio in the month of September 2019. We would definitely take it out. We would book the loss and we would replace that with another stock. But that is only on an exceptional case-to-case basis. Otherwise, the normal quarterly rebalancing will work.
Sorry to come in here. So if you all apply the promo code, click on apply there and then you proceed to subscription, you will see that eventually when you click here on this blue box, if you can see this tick box, you'll be taken to this page where you can see 1 rupee is available. So you just have to proceed to payment and it will be done.
Shreya, I think I've also tested. I'll just show it to them for 1 second. All right.
Sure.
So I think, Shreya, what you meant was that if I went to one of the baskets, let's say Digital India, right?
That's
and
right.
I scroll down and I scroll down and I select subscribe now, it takes me to this page. Now, if I remove the PL01 ID, I saw that I'm asked to pay $9.99.
That's absolutely
However, the
right.
minute I put PL01, it's asking me to pay actually only 1 rupee.
That's correct, sir.
Yeah, let me actually try and do this. Yeah, I'll try and do this so that if anyone of you wants to transfer money here, you're welcome. In the meanwhile, I will try and do this myself and let's see what happens. Yeah.
Maybe I could have got that opportunity to put up my UPI ID.
1 sec. Yeah, I've got my alert for the mobile app. I'm now going into my bank account. I have now cleared the pending request for 1 rupee and done. And let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. You're a
That's how you
subscribed
do it.
user now. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's as simple as this.
Yeah.
That's that.
So you can see the portfolio now. So that's fine. Okay, that was just fine.
All right. So thank you so much, Team Alphaniti, for doing this for us. It was a very, very exciting and quick session. I'm sure it allowed a lot of our partners. I think we have some clients over as well, and obviously our employees to understand how to leverage on this. Just to summarize, you presented 3 different opportunities. Stock Genie, which is essentially a stock trading and recommendation system. You presented baskets, which are essentially baskets which can outperform chosen indices like the Nifty or the mid-cap indices curated by your investment committee. And then you presented thematic baskets, right? Baskets which ride a particular theme and may or may not be diversified depending on the underlying themes. Now, customers can easily access all of these via a link that we have provided. So you can go to alphaniti.com or you could go to strategy shop, plindia.com/strategy shop, and then click the Alphaniti link to proceed to Alphaniti. Once you have signed in and paid this 1 rupee, you can essentially use your online username password to enter any transactions. Remember, it is the same password that you use for your mobile or Odin diet-based trading. That's all it takes. It's hardly a 2.5 minute journey for you to act every time there's a recommendation. So thank you, everyone. And if you've got any questions at all, please write into us at strategyshop@plindia.com and we'll try to answer them for you. Always remember, every webinar that we do, including the recording, for example, for this session, is always available after about 48 hours on our YouTube pages. So please always go there and please encourage your clients to visit these sessions and improve their own profitability by using advisors like Alphaniti. Thank you again so much.
Thank you so much, Sandeep sir. I'd like to extend my thanks, and on behalf of entire team of Alphaniti, I'd like to thank all the attendees that are present on the webinar. I hope we did justice to your valuable time here. I again urge you all to please avail this offer and subscribe to our offerings by putting the code PL01 at just rupee 1. This is a special referral code that we've created for all of you. Thanks to Akshay sir for demoing the entire platform. Thank you everyone and stay safe. Thank you so much.